start off with our news director, Mike Elgin, who's not known as a Windows Phone aficionado.
Not really.
We're trying to woo you over. You use an iPhone.
I do. Well, I've been using a Moto X, and then before that I had a Nexus phone.
Okay, so you're an Android
But
guy.
I'm moving back to the iPhone because of the iPhone 6.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's gigantic.
Well, I have to say, those of us who've used the Nokia Lumias are very impressed with the hardware.
Yep.
Nokia's got some of the best cameras in the smartphone market. Many people like the elegance of Windows Phone, so we thought we'd plague you with the brand new Nokia Lumia 1320.
And I'm impressed. Let me tell you about the two essential qualities of this device. That is, it's huge. It's a six-inch screen.
I love that
gigantic.
about my 1520.
Yeah,
this is pretty too. It's
start
orange.
This up. Yeah, it's very, very nice and bright, and it's cheap. This is the Cricket wireless prepaid one, $279.99.
Wow.
Yes, it's cheap and big. So this is a phablet that is really good. We're going to get into the details of how good it is, but it's very inexpensive. Now, of course, normally the 1320 comes in orange, yellow, black, and white. This one is just orange because this is the Cricket wireless, and of course, Cricket is a prepaid wireless company that's owned by AT&T.
And so they have orange.
That's right. And this phone only works on AT&T within the United States.
All right.
Okay. So it's a 6-inch screen, 720p HD, so it's not a super high-resolution screen. Okay, that's one of the ways they're saving money. 1280 by 720, and it's a 245 ppi screen, which is not very good. It's not super high-res as some of the bigger and better phablets are. Okay, it's 7.76 ounces. That's pretty heavy. So this is a half pound, basically. Half-pound phone. But again, one of the reasons for that is it has a really big battery, and you get 2 days of battery life from this thing, which is a really
nice.
great thing. 21 hours according to Nokia, and in my usage, I got a little bit better than that actually. It only has 1 gig of RAM. It's a Snapdragon S4, so it's not the latest and greatest, but the performance is very good. Microsoft is very good actually at getting a lot of performance out of minimal hardware.
Most of the Windows phones have a gig, and that seems to be plenty. In fact, there's a lot with 512 megs.
Yep. And you see, there's just I have not seen any lag or any problems with this at all. Now, one of the downsides of this hardware-wise is that it only has 8 gigabytes of built-in storage, and only 5.5 gigs of that is available to you because Windows Phone takes up so much of it and the other system software that Nokia puts into it.
Now, its big brother, the 1520, has an SD card slot. Does this have an SD card slot?
It does. It does, in fact. And the camera, you mentioned that Nokia has really great cameras. This does not have a great camera. It has a very mediocre 5-megapixel rear camera and a VGA camera. So this is not for camera fans at all. It's a good utilitarian camera for everyday use. The performance is so, but this is not a camera photo fans device at all. Okay, so it comes with lots of goodies on the software front. Comes with Office, Xbox games, of course, the Bing music identifier, Nokia Hear Maps, which are fantastic, and I'll get into why they're fantastic in just a sec. And it comes with lots of partner apps and so on. This does support NFC. So if you want to use Google Wallet or whatever, you can do that with NFC.
It's interesting, they're calling this a business phone.
They are, and it's kind of an odd thing. And I think that, it's perfectly great for somebody who is not going to use it for business. It's a great, in fact,
it's not a business phone.
We talk about like low cost and getting a big bang for the buck in various devices, but in fact, it's really the whole overall strategy for your mobile life. This is a great strategy for that because basically one device at this low price serves as a small tablet and also a big phone. That's what phablets are supposed to be all about. And this will do it for you at a very, very low price. And the fact that it's prepaid on Cricket, there's some savings to be had there.
Is Cricket the only U.S. carrier that offers the 1320?
AT&T and Cricket are the only carriers.
AT&T and Cricket, okay.
Exactly. Now, internationally, this is basically an international phone that Nokia basically said, you know what, let's just go ahead and sell it in the U.S. too. Now, internationally, there's the LTE is fantastic on this, and you can get this really cheap on Amazon for the international version. So if you travel a lot and want a phone that's going to be great while you're abroad, this is a great phone for that. You can get it for literally less than $200 on AT&T, and then you'll get to take advantage of.
I like that big screen, and 720p on a big screen like that. That's not that bad. I mean, it's close to what Apple calls a Retina.
It's pretty
200
good.
DPI.
Yeah, it's really pretty good. Now, I'm going to show you. These pictures are not great. This is without the flash. That's with the flash. This is sort of still life and so on. It's not horrible. But
that's probably why they're saying it's a business phone. It's not.
Yeah, it's not an enthusiast.
And is it it's the latest Windows Phone 8.1?
That's exactly right, and it's just fantastic. Now this is also running at a sort of a Nokia mod that puts the tiles full screen like this and gives it a little bit of a performance boost, which is really nice. Nokia Black, I believe it's called, and that is really nice. There's lots of downloadable goodies.
Okay.
Now, let me give you an example of how this can be really cool. Now, it has there are multiple tiles here for the Here mapping software. There are two, actually. There's Here Maps and Here Drive.
Right.
One of the great things about Here, I'm discovering, is that you can download offline maps. So you can download the entire state of California, right? And then without a connection, you can drive around. And it's really convenient, really nice. And, of course, it has every region and
Microsoft licensed Here for Windows Phone, but Nokia still owns Here, and they've decided already to make it available on other phones. So that's interesting. It's because it was a competitive advantage for Windows Phone.
That's right.
When it was just Nokia.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely.
I really like the Here Maps. I agree with you.
Yeah. Now the pros are that it's big and cheap. The performance is plentiful good. It's really nice to use. Actually, the screen actually has a nice benefit. In bright sunlight, this screen looks great. It looks fine. It's far better than average in bright sunlight, so that's a real benefit. Again, great battery life. Nokia claims 21 hours. And lots of truly valuable Nokia goodies, the mix radio, the Molly player, video player, and so on. Those are really great features that you don't get on a lot of other phones. Now, the cons are that it's not super high resolution. The battery's not removable. It's heavy. It's half a pound, basically. You can't take advantage of the LTE. It
doesn't use LTE in the U.S. It's
not
only
in the US.
European.
Exactly. So when you use it as a phone and put it up to your ear, it's a little hard to place the speaker. It's a little awkward in that sense. You kind of have to work at it, and the sound quality is not spectacular. It's acceptable in both directions. So that's kind of, generally speaking, a con. And the fact that it only has 5.5 gigs of available storage is a downside. And the cameras are not great. However, I'm giving this a buy because really at that price, this is a really great device for general purpose use that can be used as a tablet and a phone. Super cheap. I think this is a really solid device, and I really like it.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're not switching.
No. Well, I can see myself buying this for international travel or as a secondary device or whatever.
At that price.
Instead of buying a mini tablet, this would be a great alternative.
I just threaten my kids, if you break another iPhone, you're getting a Lumia.
This won't do it. They'll like this, actually.
Dang it.